Welcome everybody. Yeah, I need a drink. I saw somebody grab a drink. I'm with you. Welcome to beginner yoga. We're going to start seated just for a couple of minutes. Give ourselves a moment to center ourselves. And if you just did mat Pilates, give you a second to catch your breath a bit. Let your hands rest on your lap. Take a moment to feel your seated position. Come into the awareness of your body. Feel where your body's, body parts are touching body parts. If you just did mat Pilates, right, you're a little bit sweaty. Take a moment to tune in and notice that body temperature cooling down. Your jaw, your lower jaw, just a little wiggle side to side. Let those teeth stay parted. Your lips can touch softly or be parted. And that jaw released. And bringing your awareness down into your glutes, your sits bones. Feel yourself connected into the earth. As we ground and root down into the earth through our root chakra, the base of our tailbone, begin to lengthen up vertebrae by vertebrae, chakra by chakra, right? So our chakras are those energy systems that are along our spine. It's biologically, there's systems of nerve-like hubs, right? And in Ayurvedic and in yoga texts, that they refer to that as your chakras. So we're lengthening up through each one of those chakra systems. There's 7, so that our root chakra is grounded down and our crown chakra is lifting towards the sky. And then notice what your body did automatically, right? Your navel pulled in, your pelvic floor muscles lifted, your shoulder blades engaged down your back. You're seated in this very strong position. With that, take the palms of your hands together, lift the thumbs to your heart, setting that intention for yourself. Now, you're welcome to set, kind of a what, like I'm going to get something done today, right? That's fine. Maybe it's for this class, maybe it's for this day. I tend to focus on that how, because I know that's something I can control. So how am I going to set my attitude today? My outlook? It's rainy here. Am I going to see rain or am I going to see sunshine? I'm going to see the rain and enjoy the rain for what it's bringing, right? I get to choose all of that. I get to choose the rain. Take an inhale. As you exhale, let that chin bow down towards your chest. And as we inhale, start to open our eyes, follow our thumbs up. Take that gaze up with your thumbs, interlace the fingers, open the chest. And on an exhale, release those hands down to our knees. We're just going to switch our seat here. So whichever leg is slightly in front, just switch that up. It feels a little weird in the beginning, unless you do this with me all the time. So wiggle around as needed. And then let those hands rest on your knees. And let's do those awesome waist circles. Let yourself move as much as you like here. There's no rules. Let yourself explore. Maybe you want to just rock side to side. Maybe you want to make really big circles. Maybe you want to take little circles. Just listen to your body. And as you make your way center, if you're circling, just take them the opposite direction. Welcome, everyone. Big movement. Nice. 2 more times. Breathe, inhaling and exhaling. Come up center. Inhale those arms up overhead and exhale, over to the right. Just gently pull through that left hand, let that right elbow bend into your rib cage a bit, and try to press down through your left hip. Now take the chest and gently rotate it up just a little. Kind of gazing up out of that corner left eye. Take the inhale. And on the exhale, gently come center and then rotate it down. Bringing that chest to face down, just to the point where that twisting feels pretty good to you. It might be different for everyone. You feel some twisting through that right rib cage. And then come back, center, and rise it up. Let's take that the other way. Inhale, left arm rises, reach over. Press into that right hip, reach through with those right fingers. Stretch through the rib cage, beautiful. And then gently lifting the chest up. It might not be much. And then come back, center, and lower, twist the chest to the ground. Take your time, there's no hurry. Piece by piece, in and out of it as you need. And then inhale and come on up. Beautiful. Let's come up to all fours, moving our spine one last direction with that bend and flexion, extension and flexion. And we'll do a little breath work here. So as you inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart. And as you exhale, round. So we're going to switch this up in a moment. First, we're inhaling when the belly drops, exhaling when the belly comes up. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. And then the next time you drop into that cat position, or the cow position, excuse me, just hold it there. Hold it there. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Stretch up gently through the front of the neck. Nice. Now we're going to change our breath pattern here. So we're going to hold through and exhale. Then on our inhale, round up like the cat. And on our exhale, fall down like the cow. Inhale. And exhale. And just noticing if that's easy or difficult to switch up that breathing pattern. For some of you, it might feel more natural this way. And for others of you, not. But we're doing breath work here. One more time through. And round up with that inhale into the cat. Hold there. Pull the crown of the head towards the ground, opening the back of the neck. And on an inhale, find neutral spine. We're going to take our right leg and step it out to the right and press into that right foot. So I'm going to try to flatten my right foot onto the ground. Feel that length through the right leg. Walk the hands back towards the body and rise up. Nice. On our exhale, lean to the right. Keep the arms lifted this time. Sometimes we let the right arm slide down. I want you to try to reach both arms away. Maybe bend and reach. Right? That little bend and reach to take it a little bit deeper. Beautiful. Pull the navel into the spine to round up. Keep the right hand up. Control with the core. Left hand comes down, right leg lifts. Lift that right leg a little bit higher. Oops. And maybe fall like I did, right? Balance. Nice. Excellent. Now drop this right leg down. Curl the toes under. So I'm going to rotate that hip so my toes are curled under. Bring this right hand down to the ground and step that left foot back by the right into this plank. Beautiful. We're just going to do a little around the world here. So I'm going to turn away from you. We're going to drop the right knee, step the left foot out to the side, press through the left toes. So press flat into the left foot. Walk the hands back, rise up. And then we're going to take that bend over to the left. Arms are lifted, we're reaching. You're facing probably the left side. And then pull the navel in to rise up. Left arm stays up. Right arm guides us down. Lift that left leg. Lots and lots of strength here. Lift it, feel that glute. Lace that left foot down. Rotate so you're pressing into your hips. Bring that left arm down. Step back, plank, and press back into downward facing dog. So I believe everyone should be kind of facing the front, right? Facing their camera, if I did that correctly. But you know, sometimes I don't. So if you're not facing the front, feel free to just turn around so you're in down dog with your head facing the front. And then walk your dog here. Alternate, lift and lower through the heels. Feel that stretch in the bottoms of the feet. Nice. Lifting both heels, bend those knees, press back, crouching tiger. This lets us really press back through the arms. Let your ears come right between your biceps. Start to straighten your knees. Lower your heels towards the ground. Maybe lift your toes off the ground if you can. So even if your heels aren't on the ground, can you pull your toes up? And feel that activation down the calves and that strength through the front of the foot. Then let the toes lower, lift the heels, bend the knees, gaze at your thumbs, and walk the feet forward. Exhale into this forward fold. Allow yourself to hang here for a couple of breaths. Let the air out. On our inhale, we'll lift that chest halfway. Let the hands slide up to the shins. Press the tailbone behind you. Pull the crown of the head forward. Take the inhale. On the exhale, let that weight shift into your heels. Release your hands. Inhale, bring those hands up overhead. And we're going to big swan dive right back down. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift that chest halfway. Exhale, plant our hands, stepping back into plank, taking this slow chaturanga, right? Holding right here in plank to start. Pull that navel into the spine, press the heels one way, pull crown of the head the other, nice and strong. Take the inhale. On the exhale, lower down. And on the inhale, big rise up, cobra, hold here. Hold here. See my shoulders are coming out towards my ears. I want to pull my shoulders down, squeeze the glutes to help you lift the chest. Now we're gonna rock into that right hip and then rock into that left hip. And I can start to look over the left shoulder when I rock right and over the right shoulder when I rock left. Lots of strength going on here in our arms. Squeeze the glutes. Glute strength, protect the low back of it. Anytime this bothers your wrist, you can always come out of it. You can always make a fist. Now one more time, rock towards that left hip. Really look over this right shoulder and see if you can take this right hand and open it behind you. Nice. Then come back center. We're really working through our wrist here. Rotate into that right hip. Open that left arm back behind you. Come center. Press back to child's pose. Letting all the tension off the wrist. So wrist can definitely be sensitive, but really the only way to strengthen our wrist, like anything else, is to do a little bit of work on it. But always, like any part of your body, listen to your body. From here, we'll come up to all fours. We'll take a little stretch of the wrist. So we're going to take the wrist rotate them under, place the backs of our hands onto the ground, and then just lean back. Nice little wrist stretch. Perfect. Then release, roll the wrist out a second. Plant the hands down, curl the toes under, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, shift the gaze, walk the feet forward. Exhale, forward fold. All pressure off the arms. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, we're going to sink those glutes down this time. We're going to keep the glutes down, raise the arms up, chair. Nice and strong right here in our chair. We'll play with a little bit of balance work. So on our inhale, we're going to bring that right leg up with us. Nice. Right there. Beautiful. Finding that balance. We're going to take this right leg out to the right. Bring it into our calf, the floor, or the inner thigh. Let the arms spread into tree. Find that focal point, a place you can look. Steady. Hold the balance. Now we're going to try to step out of this. Nice and easy. Swoop the arms down, set back chair. Gorgeous. Let's try that the other side. Bring that left leg up with us. Flex the left foot, find the balance, find a focal point. Holding here. Breathing steady. Open that knee out to the left. Find the floor, find the inner thigh, find the calf. Now we're just trying not to push right into the knee. You don't want to push that knee joint out. Spread the arms. Find tree. Beautiful, steady. Take an inhale. On our exhale, gently try to step out of it. Inhale the arms up and exhale, big swan dive forward fold. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, come through this vinyasa one time. So into plank, lower down. Inhale up through cobra. Exhale back into downward facing dog. And we're going to come into our pigeon here. So inhale, right leg rises. As we exhale, we're going to pull this right leg through, trying to bring our shin across the front of our mat. So my shin may not be parallel to my mat. I'm going to lower my camera there so you can see that a little better. But I'm trying to make it as parallel as I can. Right, so my shin, you know, it may be tucked in. This is not exactly parallel, but I'm working on parallel. And then I want to pull up off of that right hip. So I don't want to be sunk into it. I want to pull off of it so my hip bones are centered. Then as I start to lay out, my shoulders, my hip bones are centered. It may even almost feel like you're pulling a little bit to the left, and that's okay. Right? That's where you're going to get into that deeper hip stretch. If we pull over and sink into the right, we're going to lose a lot of that stretch. So center or even kind of over pull. And then you can stay on your forearms or you can come down on your belly. I personally like to stay on my forearms because it allows me to just roll my head around. But it's whatever feels best to you here. Two or three more breaths. And then on our inhale, we're going to come up. We're going to take opposite hand to foot. So my left foot is back. So I'm going to inhale and reach my right arm forward, opening my body towards the right, following my thumb, right? Because we can do this twist both ways. Then I'm going to bend that left knee. Maybe try to reach for this foot. I may not be able to do it, and that's okay. But if I can, when I pull in, I want to pull in from the big toe side because I want to pull that heel over to the left glute. If I come and hold the pinky toe side, I tend to have this tendency to pull the foot across my body to the right, and I don't want to do that. I want to pull towards the left hip. And the more I twist, the easier that's going to be. So this is tough. You might not be able to reach that foot. It's okay. Right? You can just bend it and reach back towards it. Nice. And then release. We'll curl the toe under. We'll bring both hands down. Pull the navel in and press back to downward facing dog. Take a breath or two here in down dog. Feel free to wiggle it out. And then we'll inhale the left leg. And as we step it through, we'll work to bring that shin as parallel to the front of the mat as we can. Stretch back through that right leg. Our tendency is going to be able to sink into that left hip. Roll off of it. Roll off of it. You can stay here. You can come to your elbows. You can come all the way down to that belly if you like. Pull that torso a little to the right. We're not trying to exaggerate it. We're pulling a little to the right to come off that left hip. Nice hip opening. And just try to relax your neck, your head. Coming in to do something.
Sorry, that's my kitty tail.
Stretch right here. He has his candy stash hidden out here from his sisters.
Yeah, I know that.
He's out there. And then on our inhale, we'll work that chest out. We're going to reach that left arm long. Start to twist over to the left. Follow your thumb. Bend that right knee. Maybe just reaching for it. When we come to pull in, right, I don't want to grab the pinky toe side. I want to grab the big toe side and try to pull that right heel for the right glute. So by grabbing that inside, the big toe side, I can press it away. Really getting a big chest opener, big quad stretch. And then release. Curl the toes under. Press back, downward facing dog one more time. Come down onto my knees. Take the knees out wide. Big toes together. Sit back in child's pose. Enjoy. Let yourself just breathe right here in child's pose. Warming up the inner thighs. So we're going to go into a deeper inner thigh stretch. On our inhale, we'll come up to those forearms. Right? This is where we're going to lift the torso up off the ground. And I'm going to press my tailbone back. Now right here, my big toes are together. My inner thighs are not super spread apart. So it might not be too bad. Maybe this is where I want to stay. Maybe I let the inner thighs separate even more. When I let them slide away, I tend to kind of pull forward. I want you to push back. Maybe you stay here, right? I can find a just right place right here. I'm going to take you to the next step. Maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't. We'll flex the feet, take the feet wide away from each other. Again, I kind of push forward. I want to push back. This full frog. So think about pushing. I was going to say pulling, and so I said pushing. Pushing your tailbone towards your heels. Feel that entire inner thigh, groin, and the hips, releasing tension. And on your inhale, start to stretch your belly forward. Come off the legs, bring the legs in. We're just gonna roll over onto our back. Start with the feet out a little bit wide and let the knees just fall towards each other. So just a little counter stretch for all that inner thigh opening. Should feel really nice here for just a breath or two. Nice. And then we'll reach the arms one leg way, feet the other. Big, long body stretch. Let yourself kind of wiggle side to side. And then leaving that left leg long, bend the right knee. Take your left hand down to the right knee, take your right arm out into the T, and we're gonna pull this left leg across into that spinal twist. So right arm stays back. You can look back at your right shoulder if you like. You could straighten this top right leg if you like for a deeper stretch. We'll come back onto our back. Bend the left knee, straighten the right. Left arm out, right arm guides that left leg over. Maybe straighten the left leg. Knees onto your back. Shavasana. So we officially have a minute here together. As I do with most of my yoga classes, I will just end the meeting so that you can stay here. You don't have to worry about, coming up and unplugging anything, turning anything off. When I end it, it'll end it for you. And I think it's about 5 seconds. If you can, give yourself 3 to 5 minutes. Never hurts to go more. Try not to use this time to plan anything. Try to use this time to just breathe. Just follow your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Consciously registering the restfulness. And then whenever you are ready to move and come out of it, you would just roll to one side and take your time coming up and out. But feel free to stay there a little bit as you like. Thank you so much. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste, everyone.